Hey guys, we're back with a long-awaited episode/review of Beast Quest Series 8 Balisk, the Water Snake. And it's been a while since I've done this, and the first thing you might be pointing out is, hey, that's the old cover. Yes, it is. Well, apparently, you know how it is. Well, sometimes you can find the new covers, sometimes you can't. Well, it looks like I had the rotten luck this time, so I might be getting old covers, but that's besides the point. It's not really a big loss. Besides, the older covers are rarer, so that'll be interesting to find. And I will be pointing out before I start, there is a Beast Quest video game coming out on PS4, so that's awesome. That being said, let's start off with this book. Tom couldn't sleep after his adventures in Tavernia, despite his accomplishments of saving the people. The beasts and finally capturing the Dark Wizard Malvel, Tom felt bad as his mother and Silver was still in Tavernia. Venadro showed up in a vision in Tom's house, explaining his father had gone in search of a tree called the Tree of Being. It has the power to open portals. They could use the power to enter Tavernia and rescue their friends. However, Tom wanted to help, but Adaro protested, saying, "This is your father's mission." The wizard left only for Tom to be being surprised by an arrow near his window. But of course, I think most of us can guess that was Eleanor. Tom and Eleanor take Storm right into the castle and meet with Wizard Adaro, who at first is pissed because he told them to leave it to Taladon, but the knights start panicking as Taladon is wounded on his horse. So Tom breaks his way through the crowd, only to be told from his injured father that there is a new threat in Avantia called Sampaio, a pirate who could control beasts. He handed him a piece of silk with beast skull on it. Tom tried to get answers out of Adaro, but he was very reluctant to get Tom involved, which even Tom and Eleanor questioned, but despite Adaro telling them not to get involved, they of course planned to defeat Sampaio, this pirate who controls beasts. If only so, I mean, Tom cares about his father and he's already lost a couple of companions. I don't think he wants to lose any more. Well, they're not gone permanently, but you know what I mean. Tom and Eleanor secretly went to the stables, got Storm, but the stable boy said they shouldn't go. Tom had no choice but to threaten the boy. The wizard Adaro yelled, saying they were traitors. He took away Tom's jeweled belt and replaced it with a piece mangy fur around his waist, but Tom ignored this and still went on his quest. Tom did think that Adaro was acting a lot like Malvo recently, and I had a theory on this, but I hope it was wrong. But luckily, I'm not going to say anything now, but we'll get to that later. They were heading to the ocean, but they had to go through the forest of Fia in order to get there. They encountered an orchard and saw the pirate's skull mark carved into the trees. They knew they were getting closer, when suddenly a scream. Tom and Eleanor see pirates threatening villagers, while two of them were cutting down a tree. Turns that they wanted the Tree of Being. They also wanted the Tree of Being to use its portal magic to enter into other kingdoms and steal their treasure. However, of course, the tree was not the tree of. This tree was not the Tree of Being, turns out, and Tom and Eleanor kick butt, and the pirates retreat. They reach Eleanor's uncle Leo's who's not there. They then come to the conclusion he was lost at sea. Now the pirates' plan makes no sense to me. If they're planning to cut the Tree of Being down, won't that take away its magic? But these are pirates after all, not the smartest beings in the kingdom. Unless this is Sampaio, this Sampaio is smarter, which I hope is the case. Eleanor is upset. Eleanor's upset about her uncle, and after so many losses, Silver and Freya being trapped in Tavernia, Mark killed, Wizard Area acting rough, a pirate king and his own beasts at his own disposal, and now her uncle's gone missing. There's a lot to be sad about, but then when they reach the shore, the fishermen explain that Leo hasn't turned back a few days, and there haven't been many fish. One of the fishermen claims something big is out there. We also encounter the Tree of Being with a branch cut off, as they theorize that the wood from Tom's shield may have come from the Tree of Being, as his shield glows near the tree. Tom and Ellen assume a beast, so next morning they leave Storm behind and take a boat out to sea to find Leo and see what's so big in the ocean. However, they end up by bumping into Sanpeo's pirate ship. Sanpeo is introduced and explains he brainwashed Wizard Adro, which explains his actions and cancels my theory out, because he was Malvel in disguise, but no, it turns out to be Sanpeo has got control of the wizard, along with Uncle Leo captured and being fed to Balisk. The first beast arose from the waters and was ready to be fed. Also, the missing branch on the Tree of Being was used as wood for Sanpeo's ship. Oh, that could be an interesting thing. Tom fought off Balisk, allowing Eleanor to rescue her uncle. Then Sanpeo made his beast attempt to drown Tom, but he managed to survive thanks to Sepron's tooth and join the others on the boat. Then Sanpeo revealed he had Tom's magic jeweled belt, which makes this more interesting and gives Tom a reason to hate him on a personal level, as well as brainwashing his friend Adoro. Tom fought with Balisk again, and eventually Balisk revealed he had his own ability to split himself into two, one in the air and one in the sea. Tom decided to lure them together and fuse them, while Sepron arrived and kept the pirates at bay. Tom's plans worked. After a brutal stab, Balisk was killed. Sepron rescued Tom, only to discover Sanpeo was pissed. And of course, Tom had Sanpeo at his mercy, what he thought was his mercy, after killing his beast, but of course the Pirate King admitted he had 5 other beasts, and Balisk was his weakest. He quickly told his men to prepare the ship. Sepron tried to stop them, but the entire vessel raised from the seas and into the air. No doubt Adro's magic, or it could be the Tree of Being. So there's 2 theories of what that is, aiding them with their plans. They escaped while Tom and friends returned Uncle Leo to his home, while also discovering the tree got more healthier. They assumed the Tree of Being I'm talking about. The Tree of Being got more healthy, as they assumed it was because they had defeated Balisk. Every time they killed one of Sanpeo's beasts, the tree would regain its health. That was their theory. The tree sank into the ground and moved on somewhere else, leaving behind a bark-shaped map that would indicate where the tree would appear next. Tom and friends say goodbye to Uncle Leo and venture forth on their quest. So that is the first book of Series 8. Overall, it's the starting book, so it's a good start, but it is a better start than what we had 2 other books. Sanpeo is an interesting villain. I mean, the only 2 villains we've ever had was Malvel and Velmal, and Velmal is personally my favourite right now, because Mal is just your typical villain, kingdom running. But this Sanpeo is closing up on there. He might be good. And the fact that he has Wizard Adoro on his side, brainwashed, is a kind of cool concept. Similar to what Velmal did with Freya. And it's and the fact that he has his belt and he's using magic from other sources to gain what he wants. Isn't it a cool slice? So overall, I forgot what I give my ratings out of 10. If it's out of 10... If it's out of 10, I say it's a 7 out of 10. Yeah, 7 out of 10. If I do my ratings out of 5, I'd say it's a 3.5 out of 4. No, 3.5 out of 5, yeah. I need to recheck my Beast Quest reviews, how I rank things, though. With that being said, this has been my Beast Quest review of Ballast, the Water Snake. Next we'll be doing Koron, so get ready for that.